Some of you maybe saw it on my Instagram site. I released the German podcast to Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. But as I saw that my foreign audience is increasing, I decided to make podcasts more people could understand and make podcasts in English. So now we are starting with the English version of Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves podcast. But first, I'm Finn, you listen to Nerd Universum, and today we talk about Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Just that the new audience knows how this podcast works, I first summarized the film shortly, mostly without spoilers, and then I rate it with a system from 1 to 10 stars, and then I summarized the whole film for the people who just don't have the time or maybe the money to watch it, but want to know what it is about and want to talk with other people about it. So the film Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves is about the bard Edkin Davis, who spent many years as a member of the Harpners. This is an order of peacekeepers and spies who arrest criminals, and then a red wizard who he had antagonized killed his wife. After that, he fell into a hole with drinking and all of these things, and then the barbarian Holger rescued him, and he helped him raise his daughter Kiara, and he turned with her to thefts to steal things together with the emissary sorcerer Simon Amar, the Rouge Forge Fitzwilliam, and they steal many things and raise Kiara together, and then a mysterious woman who later a mysterious woman and a witch, Sophina, hires them to raid an harbor stronghold, and when Edkin attempts to steal a table of reawakening to bring back his dead wife, he and Holger get arrested, and the other ones escaped, and the film begins 2 years after that. We see a short summary of this whole story in the film I just told, but the film begins after that, when they found out that Forge betrayed them and became a lord, and it tries to rescue Kira from the hands of Forge and steal the Table of Reawakening back. I personally loved the film because it was a really Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez as the, in my opinion, main characters had a pretty good chemistry and played really good together, but I also liked the other characters Sophia Lillis or Hugh Grant as George Fitzwilliam, and I liked how it was written. I personally just played Dungeons and Dragons for one time, but so I don't have much experience with this whole universe, which seems rather big to me, but I loved experiencing this whole story with things I have heard about and things I haven't heard about. So it's really it's good for people who don't know something about Dungeons and Dragons to watch this too. I personally think this whole story has to have 9 from 10 stars, because there were some things I would improve, but it was really good too. Yeah. Now I will summarize the whole film, so the one who want to watch it maybe should turn the podcast off and join on a later podcast. But if you don't want to watch the film but still want to know what's it about, you could listen, continue to listen. Like I already told you, this movie is about a pack of thefts led by the Bard and ex-Harpner Edgin Darwith and the barbarian Holger Kilgo, who was thrown out of her tribe. And there we had amateur sorcerer Simon Omar and Rouge Force with William, and Holger and Edgin got arrested in the Rebels Antarctic prison, but they managed to escape, and with the help of eagle, like a eagle human mix, and they escaped to Neverwinter and learned that Forge has become a lord there, and that's this old thing. After the prior lord became mysteriously incapacitated, but Forge has been taking care of Kiara and has convinced her that Edgin's greed and selfishness led to his arrest. So it's like she don't trust Edgin but trust Forge. And Sophina, their mysterious the mysterious witch we saw before they got arrested, reveals to be a red wizard, and it's revealed that she and Forge deliberately orchestrated their capture, so they were captured because of Forge and Sophina. So and then Forge wants to throw Edgin and Holger back into prison, and Sophina attempts to execute them, but they manage to escape and decide that they want to rob Forge's vault and bring Kira home with them, and they want to do this during the upcoming High Sun Games, but that they need to have this tablet of reawakening to like prove that they are innocent, and Edgin and Holger manage to track down Simon so that he helps them robbing this vault, and he suggested they recruit Doric, a tiefling druid who was with the forest community and fights against forced logging of the forest, because she was thrown out by her actual parents and was raised by the forest community. Doric manages to infiltrate Forge's castle because she can shapeshift into animals, and finds out when Forge explains to wealthy men how this how the treasures are protected, that this world has magical defenses from more than kind. Like I said, I only played Dungeons and Dragons for one time, so excuse me if I misspeak this really difficult Dungeons and Dragons words. But Simon declares that he can't break these magical defenses, and that they need magical relic, the Helm of Disjunction, that could disable them and every witchcraft near them. And they travel to an old graveyard to ask some of Holger's ancestors who fought with this helmet in a fight. They try to find out where the helmet is. Simon resurrects some of the dead with a talisman long enough to answer them 5 questions. The corpses reveal that they gave the helmet to Sankyanda, a paladin who fled his country, Thai, when the Red Wizards turned his people into an undead army. That's like the whole point of the story at the end, but it will continue to be more interesting. Zank helps them after forcing Edgin to swear to distribute the gained bounty to the people, and guides the group through the Underark, which is like a really scary place where Zank saved the helmet, and with the help of a teleportation staff who they got from Holger's halfling ex-husband, they find a relic but are attacked by science assassins who were sent by Sofina. Zank manages to fight off the assassins and help the group to escape from Tembear Code, which is a pudgy red dragon who attacks them before they manage to get out. Simon has trouble to mastering the helmet's powers, so they decide to use the staff to enter the world during the games. So Simon and Holger infiltrate the magic door just to find the room is empty except for a magical trap. So they are captured by Sofina and Forge, and they are forced to participate in the High Sun games, but manage to escape. Doric discovers that Forge has loaded the treasure onto a boat and is preparing to flee, so the group steals the boat for themselves and rescues Kira from Forge, who threatened Kira's life. And as they escape, the group realized that Sofina convinced Forge to organize the games so that she had a massive crowd near them and could turn them into an undead army by using the same curse that destroyed Thai. The group returns and transports Forge stolen riches out of the boat with the teleportation staff and spreads them around the city, which let the people go out of the stadium and be Sofina's spell being pretty ineffective. Sofina attacks the group after that, but Simon, who is able to master his magic and after a fight nullify Sofina's time stop spell, allows Kira to use an invisibility pendant which she received from Holger and Edgin as a child, and give Sofina an anti-magic bracelet and Sofina is killed when she's attacked by Doric in the form of an obeah, and she's like dead after that. But Holga is fatally injured in the battle, and she's hurt by the blade of a red magician, which couldn't be healed by any sorcerer like Simon. But Eskin used the tablet of reawakening to bring her back to life, because she learned that that Holga is more a mother to Kira than his wife, and Holga has become a true part of the family. And after that, they watched a firework, and Dora signals the openness to a relationship with Simon. But after Sofina was killed, the old Lord of Neverwinter declares the team as heroes of the realm, and Forge is sent to Revel's End, the exact same prison Edgin and Holga escaped at the beginning. So it's like a really funny turn at the end. This is the end of the movie. I hope you liked it, and you like that I publish English podcasts now. I have prepared some others, so maybe write me on Instagram if you like it, and if I should continue to do this. But that was the podcast for today. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and watch my Letterboxd reviews. I review films on an app called Letterboxd, which allows me to do this when I don't record my podcasts, because such a podcast is a little bit of work, and then you can send me a speak message with the link in the podcast description to send me critics and questions which I could answer in a separate podcast when they are enough.